as a media person, if you ask me, what Sarkodie did actually also generated more buzz for the album. If you ask me, I'm sure I'll be very straight and plain on that.
We hear that paid both of them to do that.
Now one thing's beyond just this. I'm sure what he's looking for is bigger than paying artists to beef on a song.
Just to get the buzz, like...
No, Shatta Wale already had a buzz. Sarkodie added up. The buzz was there. Since he mentioned that he was going to do the concert at the Dome, I believe all of us, we were asking ourselves, really, can you do it? Because we've brought in great artists from Nigeria, Whiskey, Davido, and the rest of the people. They haven't been able to do maybe half of the auditorium, that is the Fantasy Dome. So if one person tells us he's going to do it, it should be something that we will all be expecting. And that was just even a great hype already. He was releasing songs, his Gringo video, and all those things started a hype for him for this album. So I'm not sure someone paid, no, Nam is bigger than this.
But quickly, just away from it, do you think that it's a high time we begin to look, at ourselves and appreciate our artists more? Like you're saying, we bring foreign artists who are not able to do, achieve these feats, and then we have Shatta Wale alone pulling these numbers.
Yeah,
is it our psyche? Is it, what could be the problem?
It is one important call that we need to drum home into the ears of the people, that no matter what we do, as much as we would have taste for all these songs coming from the outside world, we should also project our own. It was a sorry state when we went to Nigeria and we realized that the people did not know most of our people. But then when you come here, we know almost everything they are doing. We know all their movements, who is playing what, who is doing this, who is doing that. But they did not know us like that. So in Ghana, what Shatta Wale has been able to do, it is my wish that if some people call themselves fans of another artist, same way as fans of Shatta Wale are doing for him, I also pray and I urge them to also do it for them. So for instance, Stonebwoy is about to do his Ashaman to the world. Yes, last year he recorded huge numbers. Same way this year we want him to record huge numbers as such.
Were his numbers bigger? It was an outdoor program. Were his numbers bigger?
Yes, Stonebwoy's numbers were very big.
Bigger than what we saw at the Dome?
No, what we saw at the Dome, the people were not converged at the same place. So if you do that calculation, you might get it wrong. We were so lucky to have our shamans people converged at the same place. So if you do the drone shot, you know who is there. But over there, if you were going to do that, it means you have to travel for a distance before you can capture whoever is there. So I think we need to support them. That point is just a great point. We should have taste. I'm not saying we shouldn't have taste for the foreign songs. No, let's love them. Let's still play them and all that. But when our people are doing something, let's support. We shouldn't just support on social media. Some artists have supporters only on social media, and I think that is not what we're looking for. Support on social media, fight for them on social media, but then when they are doing something, be involved, be part of their activities, and that is real support I'm looking for.
Why does it look like when it comes to Stonebwoy and Shatta Wale and Zylofon music and Zylofon media in its entirety, Shatta gets a lot of attention. Stonebwoy always looks sidelined.
It is not true. First of all, let me add again. It is not true. It's about different characters we are dealing with. One is an introvert and the other is an extrovert. If you ask me, that is what I will say. Stonebwoy has a way of doing his things. Same way Shatta Wale also has a way of doing his things. Shatta Wale wants everything around him to be noisy, to be that. Stonebwoy can come in here, decide to just sneak in with nobody seeing him. That is how he is. Shatta Wale, if he is also coming, would want every motorbike, broom, 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 and yay, that kind of thing. So I'm sure it's about their character, it's about their behaviors. That is why you think it is like that. But apart from that, we treat everybody equally. Whatever each of them needs, the label provides for them. As much as we are concerned here at Zylofon Media, they are all our artists and we respect them equally.
I believe Bulldog works under Zylofon Media.
He is the manager at Zylofon Music.
So he definitely is under Zylofon Media.
Exactly.
Consistently, and we can quote more than one time, we have seen him play bias or be biased towards Shatta Wale. Doesn't that go to show that Shatta gets a lot of preference, attention, than Stone does?
Because maybe I know what happens internally I wouldn't say Bulldog has played bias towards any artist. Maybe it's about the interpretation of the outside people and those who listen to him, and maybe they misunderstand his words. But then, as much as I know, he is ready. He's willing. At a point in time, Bulldog was following Stonebwoy to events in Kumasi and blah, 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 which was not even his duties. He is supposed to be... No, what I mean is when he even came, when he was employed earlier, he was doing that.
When Shatta didn't join wasn't in the camp, but I think a lot of things
nothing changed. What happened was that, personally, I even told him that, boss, if you join them on the road, what it means is that you're going to duplicate the duties of another person because there is a road manager. So you cannot join them. So yes, as much as he was, Bulldog is passionate about these kind of activities. He would want to be everywhere. But I had a conversation with him. I said, no, if you keep doing that, you'll be duplicating someone's duties and you might have a clash. Keep being your administrator, keep being your manager, and let your advice and your connections work for them instead of following them. So it was not as if he was doing it for only Stonebwoy. He was actually doing it for all the artists until this directive came and he decided to.
But it looks like Stonebwoy has lost trust, especially when it comes to Bulldog, from the car season incident to what happened at the Dome. Do you think that is good for your business that, one artist feels like the manager who is supposed to be in charge of him and some other artists pick sides? From doing the bidding of the other.
From where I look at what is happening, they are cool. I'm not sure Stonebwoy will meet Bulldog and they will have an issue.
Maybe out of respect, but deep down his heart, do you think that he's
well, then it's up to them. But me, I know they are cool. Black City, who is Stonebwoy's direct manager, he's always in touch with Bulldog. And they are always doing things together. If he has to communicate to them, he does that. And it has been like, to us internally, work is smooth with them. Maybe the outside people, once again, sometimes the fans, they read meanings in some of these things. You even hear fans saying, Zylofon Media doesn't like that artist, this artist, this artist. How can we invest in an artist and hate the artist at the same time? It is not possible. How can you invest in a product and also pray and wish for the downfall of the product? Nobody in his right thinking would do this. I'm not sure this is possible.
And so you people as Zylofon are okay with the rifts that we see, the rivalry that we see
between Shatta Wale and Stonebwoy?
Yeah.
Oh, that is the business of the day. It is music. It is dance hall. Sometimes it happens. They are doing it to also show their talents and their superiority over the other.
Does it boost the business of Zylofon Media?
It depends on what the artist is doing. It's not about Zylofon Media, it's about the artist. Sometimes maybe Zylofon Media might not even be aware of some of these things, but the artists, they also have their following. They also have some people they want to satisfy beyond the business. Remember, what we are doing with them, we are not giving them, let me put it this way, what we are doing with them doesn't have any 100% restrictions over everything they do. There are some things, yes, they decide to do because it's not part of the contract we signed.
So the media war recently between Stonebwoy and Shatta Wale.
Media war?
Yes. So
when they, okay.
That Shatta Wale had insulted his mom. If he was in Jamaica, he was shot.
Good. So like I was saying, these were private issues. These are not things on their contracts. So even if if Zylofon Media would come in, Zylofon Media can only come in and maybe advise or suggest to them. But you cannot force them not to say this because in our contract with them, we've never said, don't go and say this about the other. We've never said, no, they are artists. Allow them to be creative. Don't box them. The moment you box them... Of course, as artists, whatever you do that will make your creative juices work, it happens. Who knows? Maybe after those altercations with them, who knows who has recorded which song? Do we know what song someone is about to release after that? We don't know. When it comes to artists and when it comes to creative people and how they think, the moment you try to restrict them or you try to box them, you are not making them flow.
Zylofon was at no point worried about the media banter these two had. Just like we saw Nam1 try to make peace with them when they went to Kumasi.
Nam1 never said he was making peace with them. What Nam1 did at the time was he was invited to Kwesidai. Was it at Kwesidai?
I think so.
Yeah, he was invited to Kwesidai in or say Chrome, that is to go and meet the king, or 2482. And he felt that the best he could do was to go with all his entourage. So he did not go with just Stonebwoy and Shatta Wale to say, I'm going to make peace with you at the place. Whilst he was going there, you are my boys, guys, hold my hands and let's go. He never made any statement to anyone that he's calling for peace. Just that, like people say, pictures were speaking, and people thought that as Namwan was having their hands like that, it was a sign of peace. If that is how they want to see it, that is their own judgment. But then, to us, it was a normal thing for us. They are labels. We have meetings, all of them together, we have meetings, so where is the war?
And when you have meetings, nothing happens.
Not at all, not at all. Not at all, not at all, because the dealings of Zylofon media is such that every artist has their route map that they are working with. We don't force anyone, okay, look at what this guy is doing, so no. This is what you want to do. Present it to management. Whatever support you need from management, management will give it to you. Go and bring the returns. This is what you also want to do. Yes, bring it, and it goes on like that. We don't even look at what this guy is doing in comparison to the other one. They all have their individual brands. Unfortunately for us, when we went for them, they all had their individual brands. That was working successfully for them. So you don't go in and change it abruptly like that. If you change it, you destroy business for them and maybe even for us, because it was about what they were doing. That is what brought our interest to work with them. So why do you go in and stamp in and say, don't go this way, don't go that way? Even if we would like them to change their ways, it shouldn't be this quick. They are adults as well. So let the business flow, guide them, make sure there are no casualties in what they are doing, and let's flow.